Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Sky's the Limit Aviation Channel. I'm Michael, your host, better known as Sky's the Limit. Today we're heading back down to the lower 48 states. Delta 741, Boeing 737 service to Seattle. Just getting things together here on the ground and in the cockpit, getting ready to file my flight plan. We're already connected up to the VATSIM network. Got my ACARs ready to go. And double checking our flight plan. Okay, Delta 741. Got to make sure that matches in vPilot, Delta 741. IFR 738, medium weight category, equipment Lima. Anchorage, 2200 Zulu off the block, 37,000 feet, airspeed 488, 4-hour fuel endurance, let's see, 3 hours en route. Portland's our alternate, Seattle is our arrival airport. Flight plan, route details are in, and file. And got our PDC from VATSIM and 4167. Seven is our squawk. We'll go ahead and squawk ident. All right, flight plan is all set. So we can go ahead and get out of here. See, everything's already set up in SimBrief. Pull up Navigraph. Let's see, unload that flight plan, load up here to Seattle. All right, going out on the NOEND 4 RNAV departure. And we have to be at or above okay, we have to be above 3,000 when we hit Echo Golf Kilo Alpha Juliet. Above 6,000 feet at outer. Above 8,000 feet at craft. Above 10,000 at Rama. And above 12,800 at NOEND. So we should be good. So our initial speed is going to be 230 knots. And then runway heading, then left left turn direct. It's going to be a 314. And we don't have air traffic control, so we are good. Let's see, we've got 145 passengers. All right, about to get started with the boarding process. 145. So everybody's having a good afternoon. Load up pilots and crew. All right, pre-flight flows. Charts and NODAMs have been downloaded. Weather and forecasts are good. PAX cargo fuel's loaded already. PAX and cargo are getting on board. We've already filed our flight plan. All right, pre-flight checklist. Parking brake set. Battery guard closed. Standby power guard closed. Left center, left aft fuel pumps as required. Go ahead and start the APU. APU generator is on. Position lights are on and steady. Cabin lights as required. Emergency exit lights. Guard closed. Haven't started boarding passengers, but we'll go ahead and turn on the no smoking, fasten seatbelt signs. IRS mode selectors are off. Nav, FMC is set. Already have our flight plan clearance. Transponder set 4167. Indicated airspeed Mach speed is set. 230 on the climb out for now. Heading 314. Initial altitude. We'll go ahead and just set for 10,000. Flight director is on. Yaw dampener is on. Window heat is on. LNAV, VNAV as required. Minimums reference and minimums are set. Altitude is going to be in inches. Auto brake set to RTO. Comm radios are set. We'll close the doors in just a second when the passengers get boarded. Pre-flight checklist is complete. So our cruising altitude for today's flight will be flight level 370. And time en route should be approximately 2 hours and 41 minutes. looks like the cargo is already loaded onto the aircraft. We'll go ahead and close up the cargo bay doors here momentarily. I remember to write down the transponder code this time, unlike yesterday, since the simulator crashed and I had to go back into it. So noted for future reference, write down everything as you go. Just about halfway done loading up the passengers.
I'm right next to her. Thank you.
Hi, morning. Good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, closing main exit. And CTAF is 118.30, and there's actually a command in vPilot, and it's just basically .ctaf Charlie Tango Alpha Frank, and then the 4-letter identifier for your airport. And that will give you the CTAF frequency, since we're now doing CTAF operations in VAT USA for the next 6 months. And then once we are outside of the area of Anchorage, we'll go over to Unicom. Okay, everything is clear around the aircraft. And we'll go ahead and remove the jet bridge. And prepare for pushback and departure. Before start checklist, auto throttle is armed. Left, right, center fuel pumps as required. Aft and forward fuel pumps on. Hydraulic pumps are on. Anti-collision light is on. Parking brake set. Ground equipment has been removed. Engine area is clear. Before start checklist is complete.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Transponder mode C.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Let's see, we want the nose to the right and tail to the left.
Locking gear.
All right, engine start checklist. SEC display unit is switched to engine. Packs are off. Engine start switch ground. Fuel control lever will go to run. We'll start engine number 1, then engine number 2 as we push back. And we want the nose to the right, tail to the left.
Brakes, please.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, starting engine 1, then engine 2. Starting engine 1. Good start, engine number 1. Starting engine number 2. Good start, engine number 2. Starter valve is off. Before taxi checklist, generators 1 and 2 are on. Probe heat, de-ice on. Wing anti-ice, engine anti-ice on. PACS auto, isolation valve auto. APU bleed is off. APU is shutting off.
For a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Engine start switches continuous. Flaps. Flaps 5, indicating 5. Elevator trim. Elevator trim set for takeoff. Flight controls. Flight controls are free and
Tow
clear.
truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Recall check. Lower display unit
Left is
off.
clear. Right is clear.
Taxi lights on. Runway turn off lights as required before taxi checklist is complete. Go ahead and taxi to runway 33 via Golf and Kilo. Enjoy our safety briefing.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with us. We're committed to making your flight safe and comfortable. So before we depart, we'll be showing a brief safety presentation. This information can help you if there's an emergency, so it's important to pay close attention.
Anchorage traffic, Delta 741 off
All
the south
carry-on items should now
terminal.
be stored securely.
Gate Baker 7
Either in
taxiing to
overhead
runway
bin
33
or under
via
the seat in
Golf
front of you.
and Kilo.
And all
Anchorage
aisles,
traffic.
exits, and bulkhead areas should be clear. Your mobile phones and other electronic devices should be turned off. Once airborne,
Okay,
we'll
taxi
let you know when you can
checklist.
use
Assigned
approved
runway
electronic
33, max
devices.
speed 20
But
knots.
note that some items, such as phones, may not be used in flight at any time.
Brakes are
You'll
off.
find a list of approved electronic devices in the in-flight information section of Sky Magazine. If you're seated at an emergency exit, please review the responsibilities for emergency exit seating on the back of the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
Are you okay sitting by the emergency exit?
If you're unable or prefer not to perform these functions, just let us know and we'd be happy to find you another seat. As you leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle or press the latch to release. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the sign is off, you should keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air. For everyone's safety, federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted signs located throughout the cabin, as well as any crew member instructions.
Cannot smoke. I'm so sorry.
Smoking is not allowed
And
on
right
any
turn
Delta
onto
flight,
Kilo.
and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a restroom smoke detector. There are 8 exits on this plane, 4 doors, 2 on each side, and 4 window exits over the wings. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft. All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there is a loss of power and cabin visibility is reduced, white emergency lights near the floor will lead you to red lights, which indicate an exit. Please take a moment to find the exits closest to you, and remember, they might be behind you. It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open,
And
revealing oxygen
then
masks.
we'll hold
If
short
this
of runway
happens, reach up
33.
and pull a mask toward you until the tube is fully extended.
Excuse
Place
me.
the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others. A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are located under your seats in the economy cabin. If you're seated in the first or business class cabin, the life vests are either between your seats, under your seats, or in a compartment under your armrest. To use, pull the tab to remove the vest from its container and then open the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Fasten the 2 straps to the front of the vest and then adjust the straps loosely around your waist. If your vest has only 1 strap, wrap it around your waist and attach it to the buckle in front. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs at the bottom of the vest, or manually
Yeah,
inflate
we'll hold
it
short
by
of runway
blowing into the
33
tubes
while we
at
finish
shoulder
up
level. You can
our
activate a
checks
light
in the
by pulling
cockpit
down on the
and
tab in
the
front.
safety
If
briefing
your vest
finishes
doesn't have
up.
a tab, the light will activate automatically in the water. If necessary, we'll distribute infant life vests or other flotation devices for children who weigh 35 pounds or less. Also, most seat cushions can be used for flotation. Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright and locked, your tray table is put away, and all carry-on items
Before
are
takeoff
properly
checklist,
stowed.
parking brakes set,
As we
fuel
come to
flow
the cabin
reset,
for our final
rate,
safety
center
checks,
fuel pumps as
please let us know
required,
if you have any questions.
de-ice cabin lights
And
as
finally,
required.
now would be a good time
Flight
for everyone
instruments
to review
are
the safety
checked,
information card, which
engine
is in-
instruments are checked.
Thanks for your attention. Enjoy your flight.
Takeoff data, V1 147, VR 152, V2 162. Landing lights on, strobe lights on. Taxi lights off. Transponders in mode C. TFC push on. And clock is starting. All right. Safety briefing is complete. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please. And we have no traffic coming in currently. Anchorage traffic, DAL741 departing to the south from runway 33, Anchorage traffic.
$80 knots. V1, rotate. V2.
Positive rate of climb, gear coming up. After takeoff checklist, gear up, auto brake off, engine start switches off, gear lever is off, runway turnoff lights are off, cabin lights as required, flaps are coming up. Go ahead and engage LNAV. And we have a 230 knot restriction until Lifey, and then we can resume normal speed from there. All right, past Lifey. Go ahead and resume normal speed. 290 for the climb out up to flight level 370. Climb out checklist. Autopilot command A, engage. Altimeter 299 or 2 above 18,000 feet. Landing lights will come off above 10. Air traffic control as required. Anchorage traffic DAL741 departing the area, switching to Unicom 122.8. Anchorage traffic. Ten 10,000 feet, landing lights coming off. Seatbelt signs coming off for now since we've got smooth air. And Vancouver Center is online when we eventually get close enough to them. Passing through 15,000 for flight level 370. Through 18,000 feet, altimeter to standard. The flight sim is froze up on us again. There we go. So I just don't know what's still causing that to happen. couple more minutes, we'll be up at our cruise altitude, 370 for the flight down to Seattle today. Yeah, 1,000 feet to go. And leveling off at flight level 370. And there's that weird little glitch in Smith's FMS where sometimes if you just re-enter it a couple times, it fixes itself, but not today, apparently. Oh well. Okay. Shot a little message off onto the Reddit page asking if anybody else has an occasional problem with the prepared client freezing like that. It just bothers me that it freezes like that for no reason, especially when I'm on VATSIM, because that would start to get annoying after a while for other people who are flying, especially if there's a lot of traffic in the air. Hey, Nebulation. Air source. AIR-source. You're welcome. And I did email Tom, our administrator, so he's checking in on it. Other than that, I am doing great. Nice, quiet, lazy Saturday afternoon. Trying to figure out why my prepared client freezes up occasionally. My internet connection is good. I'm getting 250, or no, excuse me, close to 1,000 megabytes per second on the download and 30 on the upload, so it's not my internet, and OBS isn't using enough CPU power to impact anything. Neither is vPilot or VATSpy, but literally on the roll on runway 33 heading out of Anchorage, the simulator froze for a second, and then it froze for nearly 20 seconds on the climb out, but I was well above 18,000 feet when that happened, but it happens often enough that it bothers me, and I can't quite peg what would be causing that to happen. And I'm only using not even 40% of the allocated memory and only 14% of the GPU power. Although I do get a couple of occasional GPU spikes, but Oh, sweet. Awesome. Tom might have checked into it and maybe saw it stuck in the system. I'll let him know that you got the email okay. But yeah, it's just kind of, it's annoying enough that if I'm flying and there's a lot of air traffic around me and I have, you know, especially if it was like an event and there's a fairly decent amount of traffic around, where if my simulator freezes for 20 seconds, that I'm going to impact other pilots in the air. And that just really bothers me. And I don't know what would be causing it to happen. I don't have a lot of programs running in the background. So mainly, right now the apps running on the desktop itself are OBS, Prepared, Task Manager, because I'm monitoring everything, VATSPI and vPilot. Background stuff, got my air source client. Usual Intel stuff, the stuff that you really don't want to shut off. Hey Frank, welcome aboard. But yeah, it's just really bothering me that most of my background, I have all the background processes that I really don't need and don't have to have running are off. Yet on the climb out above 18,000 feet, the sim literally froze for damn near 25 seconds. And I don't know what's causing that to happen. Fix that. Yeah, it's kind of, as I was just explaining a second ago, it's been kind of an ongoing thing, enough where it's noticeable to me. So during the takeoff roll out of Anchorage, was just about to V1 speed, and the sim froze for just maybe a second or so, and then normal departure, runway heading, first fix, following the flight plan. Got above 18,000 feet somewhere, and the sim literally froze for like 25 seconds. And I don't know what's causing it to happen. I posted on Reddit, maybe somebody might know, or maybe somebody else is having the same issues, but it's not like I'm running a whole bunch of programs in the background. I'm not. And as I was just saying a second ago, the only processes, the only apps that are running right now, besides Prepared, are OBS for streaming, Task Manager so I can monitor everything, VATSPI and vPilot. Prepared is the only thing that's really taking a lot of CPU power. It's taking, yeah, on average, it's usually about 70%. On average, it kind of fluctuates around in there, but to have the sim freeze for 20-25 seconds is just annoying. Well, if not, I'll drop on the Prepared forums as well, and VATSIM. I used to go to flightsim.com, but they jacked their website up a few years ago, and I just don't like the way it's formatted or anything anymore, and VATSIM is much better. So, oh, I love Reddit. Reddit's given me so much good advice, it's insane. But anyways, if you're just hopping onto the live stream, welcome. My name's Michael, also known as Sky's the Limit. This is the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel. This is DAL741, non-stop 737-800 service from Anchorage to Seattle. Sitting at flight level 370 for the flight this afternoon. Just a little under 2 hours left in our flight down. 955.00 nautical miles from Seattle. Anchorage Center is currently offline. Vancouver Center is up. And it looks like Seattle Ground and ATIS are online, so should have a little bit of ATC action for the last third of the flight down. Other than that, it's just been a very cloudy, yuck day here in Atlanta. 62 degrees presently. And just enjoying a nice quiet afternoon. Ooh, that's crazy. Frank said he was flying out of EWR and it was raining so much and foggy that he didn't see anything until he got above flight level 200 or flight or 20,000 feet. That's just nuts. I forgot what my very first flight was. I'd have to go all the way back. And actually look. God, I don't even know if I can even go back that far. Let's see. Let me go to my pilot page here real quick. Let me see what my first. All right, let me see what my first flight was. All right, flights. Bunch of archived stuff. Oh, okay, so third. All right, there's my flights. Previous 10. I don't think it's going to let me go back that far without erroring out on the website. Let's see, 110. So 500. Might not be able to parse that many flights going backwards. It's thinking. And it's still thinking. I don't want to break the website. Great. I think I broke the website. I did. Oh, shiznat. I literally think I just broke the website trying to search. That's not good. Oh, great. Does that mean that my ACARS is going to quit working? No, it's still okay. It's still recording and broadcasting. The Air Source website. Yeah, error occurred on the server when processing the URL. I totally broke it. It might take a second for it to sort itself out. I probably... I'm not going to go back that far and ever search again. I mean, we're literally talking a 20-plus year search going back through archived flights, so I don't even remember what my first flight was. Probably Atlanta to somewhere and back. I remember I used to go back and forth to Florida a lot, so... Oh well, no more crazy searches for me. Okay, well the back end on the server still going. Because my ACARS is still recording the flight, so on the back end everything is fine, just the front end everything appears to be back-asswards. Okay, 133.70 for Vancouver when we get within range, probably about the next 20 minutes. We'll drop on with them. Seattle Center still offline. Ground Tower and ATIS in Seattle are up. So that's good. 835 nautical miles left remaining. About an hour and 42 minutes remaining in the flight. Cruising along at a nice Mach 0.81 this afternoon. Weather's looking good in Seattle for our arrival today. And Seattle Center is online. Restrictions we need to plug in for the approach. Pull up the Mariner 7 RNAV arrival, so we need to cross Victoria, the Yankee Juliet VOR, at or above 20,000 feet. Orcus, 280 knots at 170. Mariner 270 and 12,000. Boney 250 at 11,000. Nihos 230 at 8. Griffey 210 at 6. Select Bugney Binka for the localizer. Alright, got the approach plugged in. Let's see, localizer frequency is 110.75. We already have that plugged into the radios. right, before we get into Vancouver Center's airspace, I'm going to go ahead and depart the flight deck for a couple minutes, check on the wifey to make sure she's doing okay downstairs, and then grab a cold beverage, and then we'll be back to finish the flight off. So we will be right back in just a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the flight deck. Just got a message off of B-Pilot saying we've received reports of audio voice not working and they are investigating. I think you got to go through the training to be a controller. I don't know that I could do that. I brought some nice cold ice water. I don't have any Coke in the fridge. I'm not a big soda person anymore. Ever since I started eating better and stuff like that, I just don't. I'll drink a ginger ale every once in a blue moon if my stomach is upset, but that's about it. Okay, so Vancouver's having issues. With voice. Hey, wifey. Wifey has entered the chat. She's been down watching movies this afternoon. Like the voice server lost connection. Hopefully we'll get that back and then we can still a couple minutes out from Vancouver's airspace. Guess we're going to be text chatting to Vancouver for right now. Drop vPilot back over on the other monitor. Almost seems like VATSPI is down too. VATSPI updates every 2 minutes. And I know it's been yeah, it's still up. It's just, it's not updating. Because I should be inside of Vancouver's airspace, and it still shows me outside. Ah, okay. Alright. VATSPI has not downloaded data in 5 minutes, so there's a problem. So just pull VATSPI back up again. Yeah, still showing me in the same place. So yeah, there's a problem with the VATSIM network this afternoon. Especially if, yeah, VATSPI is freaking out. No voice comms on Vancouver Center. Says all systems are operational currently, and they're not showing any issues, so Hey, Virtual, how are you, sir? So, couple people on Reddit, issues connecting to the voice server. I just replied back, just currently issues with the voice server. Everybody who's online is using text comms only. And just got an alert from vPilot saying network wide. So it is everybody. Everybody on the VATSIM network is affected by this currently, so... I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of VATSpy for right now. We'll keep vPilot up and running. Okay, looks like VATSpy is back running. It appears to be showing me in the correct position. So yeah, it looks like VATSpy is back up. All right, update on the previously mentioned audio issues. We believe we resolved the problem. If you are unable to hear audio, try disconnecting and reconnecting your pilot client and audio for VATSIM. Thank you for your patience. Let's go ahead and disconnect real quick. And we'll reconnect. Vancouver Center, Delta 741 radio check.
Delta 741, read you 5.
Ah, fantastic. Good to see we're back up and running.
I agree.
Center, I'll be ready. 1 Heavy, how do you hear?
Grade 1 Heavy, I read you 5. How me?
All right.
555, I'll be ready. 1 Heavy.
Roger.
All right. We've got voice services back. Hooray! Yeah, this is yeah, quite a long flight. 1,200 something nautical miles from Anchorage all the way down to the lower 48. So yeah. Are we there yet? Let's see. We are 450 nautical miles out. Destination ETA is approximately 55 minutes.
Vancouver Center, West Jet 1154, flight level 380. Shed 1154, Vancouver Center, hello, welcome aboard.
Some guy on Reddit complaining that he couldn't connect, and I replied back and told him, well, because there's the network is down. Be patient, it will be back up shortly, and then he tried to. But I'm not even able to connect. Yeah, because the entire network was down for a little while. All right, my friend, we'll see you when you get back. We'll be getting close to landing in about 40 minutes when you get back over here.
Center, check in 2309. Can we stop flying to 350? Just struggling to climb up with the weight.
Air Canada 2309, from climb level 350.
Hey, stop flying 350, Air Canada 2309.
Seattle, Clipper 897 and 18000, full landing flight level 300.
Clipper 897, you got the wrong frequency. Try 118.625.
118.625, thank you, Clipper 897.
Canada, Air Canada 191, Airport, KSEA.
I'm sorry, station calling Vancouver Center. I missed that. Say again.
Air Canada 191, KSEA.
Air Canada 191, Roger. You're clear to Vancouver via the Merit for departure flight plan route. Departure runway is going to be 16 squawk 4546.
Here to Vancouver Airport by Airport departure, flight runway 16 squawk 4546. Air Canada 1.
Canada 191, read back correct. Push start your discussion. Call for taxi.
Air Canada 1.
Vancouver Center, West Jet 1154. Little long off here. Thank you for the coverage.
Shit 1154, no worries. Have a good night. Pilot Club by 25, are you able to proceed direct to L tier?
Roger. Pilot Club 825.
Pilot Club 825, proceed direct to L tier, cleared the RNAV Zulu 0 approach into Port Hardy. You can monitor Unicom at this time and contact me down and clear and close the flight.
Cleared the RNAV 08 over Unicom. I'll call you when I'm on the ground. Pilot Club 825.
Japan Air 4, are you on voice?
Some pilots still haven't figured out that voice is back on VPilot, so
Air Canada, Air Canada 191, Roger. Confirm, are you ready for taxi or are you looking for pushback?
Yeah, ready for both.
Air Canada 191, Roger. Runway 16, altimeter 2944, taxi Delta Alpha. Contact me holding short of 16.
Taxi Delta for the short runway 16.
Vancouver Center, Japan Air 4 with you on voice.
Japan Air 4, Vancouver Center, welcome. Again, when ready to send 16,000, 16,000, Vancouver altimeter 2944.
When ready down to 16,000, 2944, Japan Air 4.
Air Canada 191, Vancouver Center. I think I gave you the wrong altimeter, actually. Kelowna is 2936.
Good afternoon, Air Canada 273 on the ground as well. I look for clearance to Vancouver with you.
Air Canada 273, Roger, standby.
Vancouver has a bunch of
Air
departures.
Canada 273, you're cleared to Vancouver via the Merit for departure. Flight plan route, departure runway 16.
Like
and
everybody's
squawk
heading down to
2450.
Denver today for a little mini event.
Air Canada 2309, contact Edmonton Center on 135.025. Good day.
3535, Jim.
Not quite close enough to pick up the Seattle ATIS. So if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. My name is Michael, better known as Sky's the Limit. This is Sky's the Limit Aviation Channel. This is DAL741, 737 service from Anchorage to Seattle. You're catching us on the last 45 minutes or so of the flight. Talking to Vancouver Center, flight level 370, Mach 0.81 on the speed. About 100 nautical miles from our top of descent.
Japan Air 4, heavy descend 2000.
2000, Japan Air 4.
Japan Air 4, contact Vancouver arrivals 128.60, good day.
128.60, Japan Air 4, have a good one, thanks.
Ready in 2832 Bravo, Vancouver Center. Roger, your number one, standby. Meridian 32 Bravo. I got your clearance. Advise, ready to copy. 32 Bravo cleared to Vancouver by the Merit for departure. Flight plan route, departure runway 16, squawk 5631. Reach Bravo, read back correct. Contact me, ready for taxi. Speedbird 49, contact Vancouver Center 135.0.
135, fine. Thank you.
Air Canada 191, roger. Departure frequency with me. The backtrack as required is approved. Kelowna wind 2405, cleared for takeoff, runway 16.
Canada 273, ready for connect.
Air Canada 273, roger. Runway 16, altimeter 2937, taxi Echo Delta Alpha. Contact me holding short of 16.
Echo Delta Alpha, contact you short of 16.
Departure pilot code Tanker 825 on the ground at Port Hardy. Cancel IFR.
Club 825, Vancouver Center, roger. The IFR cancellation received 0018. The landing service is terminated. Do you have a good night?
You as well. Thanks a lot for the help. Pilot code 825.
Right, descent preparation, engine instruments, continue monitoring, fuel quantity check, lights as required. ATIS and airport information for Seattle. We have Lima, winds 1508 knots.
Air Canada 191, identified, climb flight level, correction,
10 miles
climb
visibility.
14,000.
10 miles visibility, broken at 2300, broken
Iberia
at 4900, temperature 42.1, altimeter 2951. We have information Lima. ATIS airport information check, altimeter check 2951, radios set, MCP altitude check, FMC approach speed rest set, localizer frequency is set, ILS localizer course is set.
Correction, Kelowna wind 2405, clear for takeoff, runway 16.
Clear for takeoff, 16, call here.
Final approach course is going to be a 164 heading. Right. Descent preparation checklist is complete. Should be hitting our top of descent in about 30 nautical miles, or when ATC tells us to start heading down.
Canada 112, Vancouver Center, hello, good evening, welcome. Vancouver is landing the 08 this evening. Two Bravo, Roger, runway 16, altimeter 2937, taxi Alpha, contact and holding short of 16. Air Canada 191, proceed direct boost on course. Air Canada 191, proceed direct boost, Bravo Oscar Oscar Tango Hotel, and on course.
Air Canada 273, airborne passing 1 out.
Air Canada 273, Vancouver Center identified, climb flight level 300.
300, 273.
Air Canada 112, Vancouver Center, go ahead. Air Canada 112, away left is the primary runway at the moment, but that might change. Arrivals will be the ones to assign you your final runway assignment. Roger, November 2832 Bravo, the backtrack as required is approved. Departure frequency with me. Kelowna wind 2405, clear for takeoff, runway 16.
Vancouver Center, good day, Canada 233 at flight level 13,000.
Air Canada 233, Vancouver Center, hello, climb flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380, Canada 233.
Actually, about 40 nautical miles or so to our top of descent.
Kenjet 217 Vancouver Center, hello, welcome. And 32 Bravo, sorry I missed it. Did you check in with the altitude?
Just passing 3,000 now for 9,000.
32 Bravo, roger, thanks, identified. Climb flight level 240.
Flight level 240, Bravo.
Air Canada 273, proceed direct merit on course.
Direct merit on course, 273.
Show 119, hello, welcome, thank you for landing the 08.
Vancouver Center, Air Canada 1813 is climbing. We're at flight level 310, flight level 370.
Air Canada 1813, Vancouver Center, roger. Just confirm your final cruise. That should be flight level 360.
Yeah, as I said that, I'm like, that's not right. Yeah, 360 is correct. We're flying west, 360, Air Canada 1813.
Roger, Canada 1813, exceeding your climb flight level 360, and Vancouver is landing D08 today.
Well, we'll be expecting 08 at Air Canada 1813.
Westjet 119, it looks like you might have slipped through the cracks there with your cruise altitude as well. Got you in the wrong direction, or sorry, wrong altitude for the direction of flight. If you'd like to maintain flight level 350, for now I got no opposite direction traffic, but I will advise if you need to descend or climb.
Yeah, I thought I had the 340 planned, so I could descend to flight level 340.
Okay, Westjet 119, whatever works best for you. If you like 350, you're welcome to stay up there. If you want 340, that's available too.
Actually, I will take 340.
Okay, Jet 119, roger. Descend flight level 340.
Starting down.
Thanks, sorry, Air Canada 233, can we step away for a moment?
400, checking in. Okay, two stations at once there. I think there was Air Canada 223, where you called?
Sync rate. Air Canada 233, sorry, we're just asking to step away for 2 minutes.
Okay, Air Canada 233, that's approved. Call me when you're back. Air Canada 1228, I think you were the other station there. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I'll try again here. Hello, flight level 400, just checking in here right now. Air Canada 1228.
Okay, 1228, thanks. Welcome aboard. Vancouver landing 08 tonight.
Putting 08 to the climb, Air Canada 1228. Sorry, was that the 0 left or right? Air Canada 1228.
Air Canada 1228 at the moment, the primary runway 08 left for arrivals, but that might change.
Alright, got that. 12.
S32 Bravo, proceed direct boost on course.
Proceed direct boost on course, 32 Bravo.
Descent checklist, de-ice as required, landing altitude, checking, and $55 feet. Check. Recall. Check. Radio altimeter barometric minimum set and checked. Auto brake as required. We'll set that a little bit later. Descent checklist is complete.
Air Canada 273, just confirm your cruise altitude. I'm showing you 1,600 feet above your assigned altitude.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been having issues the last couple of flights here. On my screen, we are showing 300.
Okay, Air Canada 273, roger.
Yeah, I know you don't like my sync rate.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Sync rate.
Air Canada 273, when ready, descend 16,000 to Vancouver altimeter 2946.
When ready down to 16,000, 2946, Air Canada 273.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Air Canada 191, contact Vancouver arrivals 128.60, good night.
128.60, sync rate. Sync rate.
Air Canada 112, say Mach number.
Mach
Air Canada 112, you broke up, say again.
currently 0.81.
Air Canada 112, what's your best forward Mach number you can get?
Say again?
Air Canada 112, what's your best forward speed you can give me in terms of Mach?
We are currently pushing it at 0.81.
Okay, Air Canada 112, speed Mach decimal 81 or greater. Delta 741, I see you started your descent there. When ready, descend 16,000, and stand by, I'll get your handoff here.
All right. Continuing down to 16,000, Delta 741.
Delta 741, contact Seattle 128.30, just for future reference. Don't start your descent without first getting approval from ATC.
My apologies for that. I just had it pre-programmed into the FMC, but over to Seattle Center 28.30. Take care.
Roger.
Alaska 410, climb maintain level 330.
I maintain flight level 330, Alaska 410, thanks.
JetBlue 1493, advise at the Lima.
JetBlue 1493, we have Lima.
France 267 Kilo, heavy Seattle departure, radar contact, climb maintain 15,000.
I'm at 15,000.
France 367 Kilo, turn left heading 070.
Seattle Center, Delta 741, passing through 17,000 for 16,000 on the approach.
Speedbird 49 heavy, 10 miles from Bugny, cleared ILS 16 right approach.
Cleared ILS 16 right approach.
Delta 741, Seattle Center, descend via the Mariner 7 arrival, landing south to Seattle altimeter 2951.
2951 and descend via the Mariner 7. Delta 741, welcome.
Air Canada 1054, radar contact lost. United 239, contact Seattle Center 135.45.
135.45.
JetBlue 1493, turn right heading 250, descend maintain 7000.
250, descend maintain 7000, 1493.
JetBlue 1493, vectors for the ILS 16 right.
Vectors for ILS 16 right, JetBlue 1493.
Actually, JetBlue 1493, this will be for 16 left.
Did you say it'll be ILS 16 left for JetBlue 1493?
Taper.
Roger, JetBlue 1493, we'll expect 16 left.
Super 49 at Bugme, contact tower.
Otherwise, Bugme, contact Super, but not having issues.
Airframe 367 kilo heavy, turn left direct Alps, climb maintain, level 370.
Alps, transfer 370 or Alps 370.
Seattle Center, they're Jet 569 Julie Bravo with you 7000 direct peaks.
At 1038, contact Seattle Center 118.62.
118.62 United 1038, yeah.
November 561 Juliet Bravo, Seattle Center radar contact, turn left heading, turn left direct normie, climb maintain 15,000.
Give me the left turn again, please, up to 15,000.
1 Juliet Bravo, left direct normie.
Direct normie 561 Juliet Bravo.
November 1 Whiskey Papa, descend to maintain 5,000.
Descend to maintain 5,000, 1 Whiskey Pop.
JetBlue 1493, is there speed you want us to maintain? We're going 260 up here.
250 below 10, and then I'll reduce you further.
Alright, welcome back, sir.
Below 10,000, JetBlue 1493.
November 1 Juliet Bravo, climb maintain level 390.
Then cleared up to 39056.
United 747, passing 3,000 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
At 470, correction, United 747, Seattle departure, radar contact, climb maintain 15,000.
Climb maintain 15,000, United 747.
Approach checklist, altimeter check, localizer frequency, and course checked. Speed brake is armed.
Seattle Center, good evening. Walker 1942 is flight level 220, flight level 31. Walker 1942, Seattle Center, roger. At 747, climb maintain level 390.
Climb maintain flight level 390, United 747.
1 Whiskey Pop, expect vectors ILS 14 right.
Vectors 14 right, 1 Whiskey Pop.
Approach is armed.
Okay, 772 seconds.
And leveling off at 11,000 feet. Engine start switches to continuous.
Walker 1942, same Mach. 1942,
Flaps
currently
as
not
required.
transition yet, but we're doing 329 indicated and 430 ground. Walker 1942, roger. What's the plan after transition? We're going to be Mach 79. Walker 1942, Mach 0.77 after transition. Mach 0.77 after trans for 19 minutes. JetBlue 1493, turn left heading 190, join the 16 right localizer, correction 16 left.
190, join the localizer, JetBlue 1493.
JetBlue 1493, sorry, please through that,
Flaps
turn left heading
1,
150
speed
to
check.
150
Flaps
to
1 set.
rejoin JetBlue 1493.
JetBlue 1493, descend to maintain 5,000.
To maintain 5,000, 1493.
Remember, 1 Whiskey Papa, turn left heading 320, descend to maintain 3,000.
Left turn heading 320 down to 3,000, 1 Whiskey Pop.
Air Canada 21, contact Seattle Center 118.62. 118.62, Air Canada 21.
Out of 11 for 8,000.
Seattle United 1036, passing 235, climbing 350 inbound, Golf, Echo Golf.
United 192, same Mach. Walker 1942, go ahead and turn right heading 180 for me, vectors for sequencing. 180 for sequence, 1942. Air Canada 772, turn right heading 180, vectors for sequence. Right 180, heading JetBlue 1493, turn left heading 130 to rejoin.
130 to rejoin 1493.
JetBlue 1493, just to maintain 4,000. JetBlue 1493, just to maintain 4,000.
4,000, 1493.
Yeah, 192, contact Seattle Center 118.62. 118.62, United 192.
Seattle United 1036, passing 257, climbing 350 inbound, Golf, Echo Golf.
1036, Seattle Center, roger. Walker 1942, turn left direct Spokane VOR. Left direct Spokane, 1942.
Flaps 5, speed check. Flaps 5 indicated.
Air Canada 772, turn left direct Spokane VOR.
In the event of a go-around, we'll climb to 9,000, then climb on a heading of 195, and climb to 5,000 outbound on the Seattle VOR to Zurley. And we'll continue to climb and hold at 5,000 until further instructions.
Delta 741 at Griffey, cleared ILS 16 right approach.
At Griffey, cleared for the ILS 16 right approach, Delta 741.
November 1 Whiskey Papa, turn right heading 050.
Right turn heading 050, 1 Whiskey Pop.
Alaska 410, contact Seattle Center 118.62.
11862, Alaska 410, thanks.
Walker 1942, contact Seattle Center 118.62. Walker 1942, contact Seattle Center 118.62.
Flaps 10. Speed check. Flaps 10 indicated.
JetBlue 1493, cleared ILS 16 off bridge.
Cleared ILS 16 left approach, Blue 493.
November 1 Whiskey Papa, turn right heading 110, join the 14 right localizer.
Seattle off the nose,
Right turn
downtown.
heading 140, join localizer, 1 Whiskey Papa.
Right 110.
Landing lights coming on.
Heading 1 Whiskey Papa.
And on a 6 for 4.
Air Canada 772, contact Seattle Center, 118.62, good day.
118.762, recognize 772, bye-bye.
We'll pass right over Boeing Field on final.
Center, good evening. United 595 is with you. Flight level 213 up to 370.
November 561 Juliet Bravo, contact Seattle Center, 118.62.
118.62, Seattle Center.
November 1 Whiskey Papa, descend and maintain 2,100. You're 5 miles from Isagi, cleared the ILS 14 Red Bridge.
2,100, cleared ILS 14 right approach, 1 Whiskey Papa.
JetBlue 1493, contact Seattle Tower.
What's your frequency?
119.9er.
Over to Tower 119.9er, see ya.
Delta 471 at Bugny, contact Tower.
At Bugny, contact Tower, Delta 741, welcome.
Aircraft 367 Kilo, contact extra disregard.
Flaps 15 set.
South Center, good evening. United 595 with you, climbing flight level 232 up to 370.
Yeah, 595 Seattle Center, roger.
Seattle Tower, United 3230, crossing 6,900 for 7,000.
At 3230, Seattle departure, radar contact, maintain 15,000, turn left, heading 040.
Turn left 040 and climb 14,000, United 3230.
At 3230, left heading 040, climb maintain 15,000.
Left 040, climb 15,000, United 3230.
Air France 367 Kilo, contact Vancouver Center, 135.0.
135.0, false 267, bye.
Seattle Center, November 311 Alpha Golf 28.427.
At 747, contact Seattle Center,
And I
135.45.
have the airport in sight.
United 747, Seattle Center. November 311 Alpha Golf, Seattle Center, checking again.
November 311 Alpha Golf 21.6 or 27.
November 1 Alpha Golf, roger. Unit 1036, contact Seattle Center, 118.62.
18.62, 1036, bye-bye.
Seattle Center, Delta 495 departure.
Delta 495, you're not, you should be with Vancouver. You're not in my airspace.
Okay, sorry about that. Contact Vancouver Center, Delta 495.
At 747, Seattle Center. At 13, correction, at 3230, turn left direct Payne VOR, climb maintain 16,000.
Direct Payne VOR, climb maintain
All right, we are established.
3230.
And over to Tower. Seattle Tower, Delta 741, over Bugny for the ILS 16 right.
Delta 741, Seattle Tower, good afternoon. Wind 1508, runway 16 right, clear to land.
16 right, clear to land, Delta 741. And we got the glide slope. And we have the localizer gear coming down. Landing checklist. Go around altitude. Set to 5,000. Runway turnoff lights on. Landing gear check down. Autopilot auto thrust as required. Landing checklist is complete. Good glide slope, good localizer.
Seattle Tower, Papa Tango Lima Delta Yankee.
Go ahead.
I have a trouble with
I have the aircraft.
I need to delay, okay? I will call you later for pushback.
Roger, that's approved. Just let me know.
Okay, thank you, sir.
JetBlue 1493 left when able, stay parking.
JetBlue 4093 will take any gate available.
Blue 1493, turn right on Bravo, taxi to the ramp at your discretion.
Right on Bravo, taxi to ramp, JetBlue 1493, thank you.
300. 200. 100. Minimum 50.
Light slope.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Touchdown. Two good reversers, brakes. $80 knots.
Delta 7041 left when able and ready park.
Right. No preference on parking and left when able, does 741.
741 left on Papa, cross 16 center and 16 left.
All right, left on Papa, cross 16 center, 16 left, Delta 741. Landing lights off, strobes off, taxi lights on, DISP top heat off.
I will disconnect before I can't solve this problem.
Speed brake is down. Landing, let's see, cabin lights as required.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
APU, go ahead and turn back on. Engine start switches to off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle. Leg lights coming on, so we're crossing an active runway. Here left and right.
Showing your clear confirmation. Mike Current Seattle 702-951. Delta 741 on Bravo, turn right enter the south ramp, spot 99.
right on Bravo to spot 99, DAL741 welcome. Landing lights off.
Tower DB FedEx 113 with information Mike looking to pick up IFR clearance to Spookhampton.
FedEx 11, is it 113?
Roger that, 113 FedEx.
FedEx 113, you're connected as 112, you might want to check that.
I'll go check that, thanks. Alright, Seattle Tower, FedEx 112, looking to pick up IFR clearance Spokane.
Alright, FedEx 113 Seattle Tower, it's going to be a full route amendment. Would you like that via PDC?
Yeah, that'd be great, thanks. FedEx 112.
Okay, now are you going via 113 or 112? Because that's what you filed as 113.
113 is, yeah, I'm getting all confused. 113 for FedEx, 113.
Roger that.
Well, I don't know. Which is spot 99, but...
Portland Tower, Baron 7628 Golf, ready to taxi with information Mike.
Baron 7628 Golf, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left taxi via Bravo, Charlie, give way to the Boeing 737 coming in at the ramp.
Taxi to 16 left via Bravo, Charlie, give way to 737 for 28 Golf.
Let's take this first little spot right here. And brake set. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle. All right, parking shutdown checklist. Parking brakes set. Fuel control levers to off. Ground contact is established. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. No smoking, fasten seatbelt signs are off. APU bleed air is off. APU coming off. Hydraulic pumps off. Auto throttle off. Flight director off. Electrical power is established. Exterior lights as required. Doors are open. Isolation valve open. Left aft fuel pump is to remain on. Anti-ice pitot heat off. Parking shutdown checklist is complete. How come no 737 for you, Nebulation? And flight complete. File my flight plan.
Seattle Tower, FedEx 113, looking for pushback and start clearance.
3 hours on the nose.
FedEx 113 Heavy, push and start, approved, tail east and squawk from Charlie.
Alright, push start approved and we'll squawk Charlie for FedEx 113.
Okay, next flight will be down to LAX in the 321, the Delta 1598. If I do it tomorrow, it will be a little later in the evening. We've got some plans tomorrow afternoon. And I'll go ahead and disconnect from the VATSIM network, close down Navigraph. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's live stream. Big shout out to Frank, Nebulation, Wifey, Virtual Aviation for stopping by and saying hi, keeping me company. If you like tonight's live stream and want to see more of them, smash that like button, leave me a comment, or just jump on the live stream and say, hey, show me that you care. Support the channel by subscribing. I wish everybody a happy rest of your Saturday evening, whatever you happen to be doing this afternoon, and if I do not see you tomorrow, for whatever reason, have a great rest of your weekend. This is Michael with the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel signing off for tonight. Have a great one. We'll see you next time. Bye.